on the option. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But yes, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, UCF! He got him loose, and it was lights out after that. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
So Texas Tech's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against the secondary.
The Red Raiders heading quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. Got room to work. It's a running room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Sampson. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The option look. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to set up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Back to pass, it's Sampson. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. On third down, he drops the throw. The screen, he can go. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, but that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Just a little off. Incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Farmer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Georgia Tech has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up 14 over North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and hopefully move the football.
IndyCar tempo as they hit the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Ball is out behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Grabs it in the middle. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Keeping it on the ground with a single back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando.
The Knights will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching
Just keeps moving. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. Slithers into space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF.
And David, on third... That's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
Turning it on! Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pride. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Wideout trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the option. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the back. After 45 on his way. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll run the option. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On the option. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get anything on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 7. Goes to the option. The give to the tailback. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Knights! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Spins away from the defense. Still on his feet at the 45. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Sampson. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here comes the option. Give to the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Makes guys miss. That's what he does as he's out to the 20. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. The option looked. He'll toss it. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football and turn over on down. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll run the screen. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Flushed out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Hampton. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Catch in the middle. It's Pride. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. To the air. It's Sampson. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Winning those individual 6-second battles in every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death.